All right, everybody. Dave here, one of your Treasure Games hosts, and we're back with yet another real-life interview with real people playing the game where you win real life-changing money. And even though the contest money isn't necessarily life-changing, I have a friend with me, new friend with me, who won one of our contests. So tell us your name, where you're from, and what you do.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? I'm Christian. I'm from Austin, Texas. I'm a real estate development consultant. I love any opportunity I can to get out and do some treasure hunts. So this was an exciting opportunity for me for sure.
So specifically treasure hunting. I haven't talked to anyone yet who said I specifically look for treasure hunting opportunities. So were you looking for something like this?
I wasn't. My wife actually sent me an article on it, but we had done a few others. I think there was one that started during the pandemic, and that was really kind of what got me like, okay, I enjoy doing these real life hunts. I didn't even know this was a thing, and now more and more are popping up. So.
Okay, cool. And so that kind of was one of my questions, which is, where did you first hear about Treasure Games? And so you said your wife, where did she see it?
It was on Facebook. She sent me a link to an article to a local news station here in Austin that had done an article on it. And so I read it and I was like, that's interesting. I don't know. I mean, the article makes it valid in and of itself. And so at first I was just kind of like, I don't know if I'll get into it. The odds of me winning aren't very high. I may just leave it alone. But the rest of that night, like I couldn't stop thinking about it. And so I went ahead and got on the app and started jumping in.
So a similar theme that's been coming up is folks that have jumped in early are pretty open-minded. Even if you had a little hesitation, which is normal, not everything you read on the internet is true. Like it used to be, not everything you see on TV is real. It seems like you had an open-minded approach, and so you took that leap. So you just went straight into the paid version of it.
Yeah. I started reading through. At first, I was like, oh man, I gotta pay to play, but I mean, nothing's free in this life, so it makes sense. And then as I started reading kind of the terms and conditions and the rules, it just kind of more and more made it seem, more authentic and legit for me. So more of a reason to try it out.
Okay, so you went with the logical approach. So you won a contest, so that was contest one. So tell me about when and where did you see the contest within the platform? So for other people watching, they're saying, oh, I didn't hear about a contest. Like, how easy is it to find these contests?
Oh, it's super easy. Whenever you're within the app, I play on the phone mostly. I don't really use the desktop version. There's like the 3 bars at the bottom right that shows you like the more column. And over there it shows contests. And that was where I was like, what the heck is a contest? So clicked into that, started learning more that there's weekly contests. I also saw that somebody else had won a different contest. So I was like, okay, if there's somebody winning, then it's got to be something that they're actually doing. So started reading all the different contests that were going on, and I was like, this seems way too easy. So I don't know why people aren't doing this. So I just figured, why not try it?
That's what I keep saying, Hey, look, the $1 million part of this game, that's hard. Those questions are hard, but the contests, we're building belief. We're showing you that you can win every single week and you're still eligible to win the $1 million. I made a video the other day where I spent $56 on scratch tickets. I said, look, guys, I'm not going to win. I'm just going to show you, I could just light this money on fire for the cost of a year's worth of playing this game. I'm going to just scratch off tickets and win $0. So I'm glad you went with a contest approach. I'm very happy about that. Okay, so how would you describe, your experience so far? So from signing up to winning a contest, and presumably now you're looking at the clues.
Right, yeah, no, it's been great. I mean, at this point now that I won a contest, I'm pretty much playing for free. So that's a good aspect of it, but no, I've enjoyed it. This has been probably the most user-friendly, most intuitive kind of platform that I've used. I was saying I've done other treasure hunts, but the main one that I did that was kind of a long overarching hunt was a book. And so you had to go read the book and try and decipher the clues on there. And there was no way of knowing if you were on the right track or not. But with these clues, being able to get confirmation that yes, that's the right answer, that just kind of helps me know, okay, I'm on the right track, I have validity, and it just keeps me going.
Okay, so you are already in the region, you live in the region, that's an advantage. It's in your backyard. What is your strategy right now? I talked to one person and they're basically using the method of deduction, their process of elimination. They're like, all right, it's not here, it's not here. What's your approach?
Yeah, kind of similar. Just okay, these answers are all kind of leading me to the same general area, so I'm fairly certain I know at least what city it's in.
Okay. Pretty
Yeah,
bold.
yeah. So I'm trying basically to backtrack because the key, I believe, is the very first one, the poem. That's supposed to be the key to it all. So I'm trying to understand how these clues tie back to that first poem, so where I can start piecing together the answer of that very first one. Because I feel like they're all related somehow, just haven't quite figured it out yet.
Okay, that's the first time I've heard that answer. And you're good at not giving away too much. It's always such a dance. I'm like, oh, where do you think it is? Like, oh, well, I think it's in this city. And the person I talked to yesterday said they had pinned it within 5 or 10 miles. I said, really? Now, they don't tell me anything on purpose. I'm like, don't tell me where it is. Don't even give me a hint. Just tell me the region and I'll talk about it that way because I don't want to know too much. It's way more fun too, because when I talk to folks like you, I actually get like I have a real reaction to what you're saying, and I'm not biased in any way. So how about the platform specifically? You mentioned intuitive. So give me some positives and then give me some things that you think could be improved.
Sure. So definitely like I said, the positives, being able to keep trying different answers and knowing when you got it right, that alone is just huge for me. Being able to, again, have that confirmation, see the progress, see what I've answered and what I haven't. So having those little filters of solved and not solved, that's super helpful. Being able to go back and not have to search through which ones I haven't done yet. Being able to see live that the lamp is still active. I'm always scared one morning I'm gonna wake up and it's saying lamp found. And so that is super cool. And then also now I have the updates on to where when a new clue is released, it pings me and it's like new clue. So that's always exciting.
Yeah, those push notifications can get addicting. You're like, yeah, I'll take 10 minutes to look at this. 10 minutes turns into an hour. So how about some of the drawbacks, maybe things you think we can improve? And I know our team, we're like a lean startup. We are changing things constantly. So I'm hoping that you'll say some stuff that we're already working on, but I'm curious to know, hey, what are some drawbacks? Where are some places we can improve?
Sure. So one of the things that y'all have already solved in one of the recent updates is on the phone app, there's some questions that are longer than the screen, and now it says you can scroll down. Before that update, I had no idea that there was part of the clue that I hadn't seen. So now that
pretty
it's
essential.
Now it says scroll down, I'm like, oh, okay, that makes way more sense. There's the whole part I wasn't seeing. So that has helped. There's some where like they're 2-part answers and I swear I have the second one, but it's just not getting it right. So I don't know if I'm putting in the text wrong or how that works. So like if it's a 2-word answer and you put a space at the end of that second word, does that not go through as a right answer?
Okay, that's a valid point, because if the computer has a saved answer and there's no space, it might be like, oh, no space, it's not right. That's a great point to bring up.
So if that's the case, I get it, like not an issue, but I just didn't know how specific it is on the text into what is the actual answer for it.
Okay, good. No, that's a really specific one. I appreciate that. How about, what are your thoughts on the fact that you're not playing against a ton of people yet? We've only had over 1,000 signups. So, what are your thoughts on most people don't know about the platform yet?
Yeah, so I've always been kind of curious how many people are there. It feels like each day, a little bit more activity on like the videos on the feed, a little bit more views on each kind of thing on there. It's definitely intriguing. I don't know why most people haven't, taken it serious. Like I said, the article alone to me would put it in front of thousands of people. So I don't know why more people haven't taken it serious and jumped onto it. But at the end of the day, kind of benefit for me, I have less competition, but I'm spreading the word. I have friends that I've told to. I send them clues, see if they can help me answer it. None of them have jumped on it because they don't take it serious either, but they still think it's a cool little fun activity, I guess.
I like that strategy because you can play to people's ego and say, oh, hey, you're smart about this category. Hey, do you think I have the right answer? What's the answer to this? And
Right.
people always want to give you advice, right? But they may not get involved in what you're doing until they see a winner. And so I think, hey, I say this to everybody I talk to. It'd be very cool if you and me in a few months are having a very different conversation because you've found the lamp. What are your thoughts on being able to influence this outcome versus pure luck? I did the scratch ticket video. So what are your thoughts on that?
No, yeah, I actually watched that video and I was telling my wife about it. I 100% agree with you. With a scratch off, it's pure luck. Your odds are kind of set in stone, whereas here, it could be one person playing, it could be a million people playing, and you still have the same chance of winning. And it's all up to really your reasoning. For me, it's Google searching. My Google search strengths have helped me a lot, but I think that is one of the coolest parts of this. Is it's not pure chance. It's actually taking some kind of skill and knowledge to really get to the answer.
Yeah, if you watch my video, that's pretty much how I see it. I mean, the destiny's in my own hands. Like, as George McFly would say, I'm your density. I mean, your destiny. And that's what it comes down to with this game. So, one of my last questions is, how cool is it? And you're actually into treasure hunting, which I think is even cooler. But how cool is it to be a real life treasure hunter within our platform, knowing that if you find that lamp, you can get $1 million or the 1.2 million in real wishes?
I mean, it's crazy. And just knowing that it's, in my backyard, like you said, here in Texas, Texas, New Mexico region. And that was the other thing that really piqued my interest on that article, was that I was saying there's only one region right now that's in Texas, New Mexico. So I was like, okay, may as well. But no, I mean, that opportunity is crazy. The other hunts that I've, tried to participate in were like 5,000, 10,000, nothing like this. So it just makes it that much more, thrilling, I guess. And each clue I get and solve, I'm like, all right, I'm one step closer. I'm going to freaking change my life. We're getting there, man. So.
All right. So the final question, I ask everybody this. So what would you choose, the cash or the 3 wishes?
So I've debated this with my wife. I thought 3 wishes. She talked me into the cash. And reason being, we have a lot of different things that we want to do with the money that we couldn't really narrow down to just 3 wishes. So we're gonna do the cash. When we find it, I'm gonna speak it. We're gonna find it.
I love that. Speak it into existence. Excellent. Well, Christian, I appreciate your time and I'm glad you're in the game. I'm going to keep making more videos. It's cool to know that someone that was a total stranger just, hours ago, I now know you a little bit more and, we're connected on there. So I'll make sure to go in there and follow you. And like, I say to everybody, if you're not already involved, what are you doing? Get up. It's only $6 a month, $50 for the year. And if you are like Christian, I will see you in the game.
Yes, sir.